Suella Braverman, you've given a very impassioned speech there about the situation in the town. Now, you said crucially that you think that this information had been kept away from people about the block behind me being used to house asylum seekers. Does this show the power of people in Waterlooville to stop that from going ahead?
Without a doubt, Charlie. Listen, I think this is a great victory for the people of Waterlooville. That's why I'm here. Not to grandstand or claim victory, this is to say thank you to the people. They protested peacefully and respectfully. They signed my petition in the thousands and they supported local Conservative councillors who exposed this plan. And you're absolutely right, this was discovered by accident. This was discovered by accident by local Conservative councillors. They came to me and we exposed it and we blew the whistle. And effectively, with the groundswell of opinion, we shamed and embarrassed the council and the Home Office into stopping their plan. So all credit to the people of Waterlooville.
That's why the council here has said that it was 36 people, most of them in families. Now, you had a lot of concern about men, undocumented men in local areas. Did that change your perspective? You thought it could have been just families who needed help staying in those buildings behind me?
No. Over 90% of illegal arrivals are men of fighting age, young men, young single men. And it's very hard to actually find families to accommodate and populate sites around the country. I saw that as Home Secretary. And so very often councils might promise to house families, women and children, but it doesn't always materialise that way because they are very few and far between.
And obviously these people need to go somewhere. There have been 50,000 arrivals since Labour came into power. Local areas generally don't want these people in their local areas. We spoke to someone earlier who said that there should now be camps set up in the country to house asylum seekers. What do you make of that for the small boats migrants?
Well, I do think that they should be kept in bespoke tented accommodation largely, which is not residential buildings, because we have thousands of people just in Havant alone who are in need of social housing, who are declared homeless. They should be put first. We have veterans who are homeless around the country. They should be put into this accommodation. And frankly, we should not be rolling out the red carpet and putting people in five-star luxury accommodation or luxury flats. That is not a good use of taxpayers' money, and it's frankly not fair.
And finally, you've had a bit of a battle with the local council here. They accused you of using inflammatory language. What's your reaction to that and them saying that you were spreading misinformation about this situation here?
Well, listen, they were caught red-handed and they had to deflect. So of course they're going to argue about tone, and they didn't quite call me racist, but they were trying to find the next best thing, so they went for inflammatory. And at the end of the day, it's not inflammatory to speak up for your community. It's not inflammatory to say, no, we don't want illegal migrants in our town centre, which is going through a regeneration project. And it's not inflammatory to want to secure our borders. I speak for thousands of people, and unfortunately, Havant Borough Council should hang their heads in shame for failing local people.
There'll be a lot of nervousness, I think, in the Home Office and the government, don't you think? Because this local area has shown that when there is a protest and when there is sufficient local action, they might have to move it along. Do you think this could inspire more protests in areas where asylum seekers are looking to be accommodated?
I do. People have had enough, and people feel scared, they feel angry, but most importantly, they feel powerless. They don't feel like anybody in Westminster, any politician is really doing anything about this crisis or taking it seriously. Instead, they're being dismissed as far right or inflammatory, and there's no honesty. And so people feel powerless, and that's why they're taking to the streets, albeit peacefully in Waterlooville, of which I'm very proud, but they feel that's the only option they have left to do something and feel some kind of agency over this crisis which is sweeping our country.